What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center, here to do the November love reading for my Libras out there. If you're new to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you click the like, share, and subscribe button for me. All the other information you need to know is in the description box below. You can click the bell notification icon as well, and you can come join me when I go live for a free live tarot reading. All right, my Libras, here we are. Coming into November. Crazy. One more month and we have ended this year, this wild year. So let's see what's coming up for you guys in Scorpio season. So the first card that we have out is Spiritual Growth. The Mature Woman card just came out. I will grab these cards here. We have Past Life. Just going to try to get them all out here on the deck, and then we will kind of look at how all the energy is going to play out here. The next card we have out is Family. Then we have the Home card. Do one more and a bottom card, please. And then Travel. And True Love is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so first out we have is Spiritual Growth. So Libra, you guys, this could be you could be your partner. So, you know, roles can be reversed. Take things as they resonate. I feel like you guys have been focused on your spiritual growth. I feel like you guys, you know, if it's not you in particular, then this could just be relating to your person, you or your person. It could be a very spiritual connection that you have. Now, we have the Mature Woman card out here. Obviously, if you're a woman, then this could be referring to as a man. It's kind of gender neutral here. So, you know, flip-flop if you're obviously you're a man, it could be a woman, your woman could be a man here. So I feel like the Mature Woman energy here could be referring to either you're with somebody or you're about to meet somebody who they could be older than you, or you could be older than them. That's one possibility. But this is also somebody who could be just more mature mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Somebody who's more in alignment with your values, your beliefs, and that kind of thing. Especially with that Spiritual Growth card out there. I feel like, you know, you will have more of a spiritual connection with this person, or spirituality might be an important part of the connection. We do have past lives, so when you meet this person, again, this ties into that spiritual energy, kind of like a knowingness here. It's like you just know that there's something deep, profound, unique, or special about this connection that's different than your everyday, ordinary, how should I put this? Your everyday, ordinary cookie-cutter connection, right? Family. So this person may have a family, you may have a family. Or if you're with this person, you guys may be spending time with your family as we are moving into kind of the holiday season. We just had Halloween. Actually, that was last night. And so obviously we're going to be moving into November. I'm in the U.S., so, you know, we have Thanksgiving coming up. Then we'll have Christmas, and then we have New Year's. And of course, there's about a bajillion other festivals and parties and get-togethers in between that, right? So you could be, you know, spending a lot of time in those types of environments, communities, friends, friend groups, family. Some of you, you may meet this person if you're single at an event or around a group of friends, or somebody within your family might invite somebody to the family event. And then you meet them, you know, like your sister who you rarely see, or your cousin, or who knows who in your family. They bring somebody along with them. Maybe they invite somebody from work because they don't have family that lives here, or they're not close to their family. Like, well, hey, you can come hang out with us and our family. We're going to have a thing, you know. And so they show up, and then you show up, and then you guys hit it off. It could be a thing like that. We have home here. So this could mean several different things, that you're spending a lot of time at home, or again, you could be meeting somebody in your hometown because you're going back home for the holidays, meeting with family. This could also be somebody who works in real estate, or, owns several properties or Airbnbs, anything having to do with house, home, or a hometown, or a community, or even home or family gatherings, family events, right? Like going home for the holidays, right? That kind of vibe. And then travel. So this is somebody who could live at a distance from you, or you meet while you're out traveling, or while you're traveling home for the holidays, or while you're on vacation, anything like that. Now, if you're already with this person, then this is just saying that you guys are just enjoying yourselves this month. You're going to be doing a lot of traveling, perhaps with this person, meeting up with family, going to different events, going and doing all the different things, right? So this person, if you're already with them, of course, this is your true love. Like you're very in love with this person. It's a very pure, honest connection. And if you end up meeting this person, and because you're single, then this is going to be somebody who is going to be very, very loyal, very honest with you. It's going to be true love. Okay, so that's good. No deception, no weird stuff, no funny business, no deception, no lies. All that kind of nonsense. This is somebody that's very loyal, very honest. Okay, so the next energy out, and I'll show you guys the cards here just a second. Let me get these out on the table. We have influence, we have maturity, and so now we have the maturity energy underneath the mature woman. So that's just saying, again, this is somebody who's mature. They've got their crap together. They're too old for games. They're not gonna play games with your heart. They have their life together. They probably have a career and a house, and they're respected amongst their friends and family. This is just, a solid human being. And the influence energy in front of it here, and again, I'll show you guys these cards. I really feel like this is just like, if there is, whether you know this person or not, if there is somewhat of maybe a little bit of a challenge, and again, it may not be a huge one, it just really depends. It could be family. Family could be, very influential. So this person maybe be influenced by their family, their family's traditions, beliefs, religion. This person may be very highly influential in terms of what they do. Like if they're a boss in their career, whatever it is that they do, people listen to them. Right, people look up to them. That kind of energy here. But this is also somebody who, because you respect them, you guys may have influence or feel like you both are very influential in each other's lives in a positive way. Because the next card we have out is support. Okay, so we have the first card. This is the influence energy that I was referring to. And then we have there's the maturity energy there. And of course, we just saw that the support here. So the support, this energy of support here really is just like, I feel that you guys are a solid match. You support each other. You have each other's backs. I feel like you guys are gaining, if you haven't already, you're gaining the support of your friends, your family, and your community. Like they're starting to realize, again, this is only if you feel like you weren't supported before, or maybe people weren't really sure about your connection. Well, over time, they're starting to see you guys are actually really good together. And so now you're gaining support from your friends or family members, and you're starting to realize like you guys are actually a really good match for each other here. Yeah, there's a lot of chemistry here in this connection as well. You guys are like two peas in a pod. And again, if you haven't met this person, then you will be that way. You'll feel that way again, because you guys, you had a past life together, and maybe multiple lives. So you feel like you've known each other for a long time here. You already have that chemistry. There's already a sense of support between you guys. It just seems natural. Yeah. And I feel like when you guys are apart, like, so if this is a long distance relationship with the travel energy, or if you guys have to spend time apart because one of you, takes a trip or goes home for the holidays and the other person, if you guys, let's say you're both, you both come from, two separate marriages and you both have children. And so, you have to go spend, because maybe it's your time to go spend time with your family and your kids, and then they go spend time with their family and their kids, and you guys don't get to see each other. It's like when you guys are apart, whatever the situation is that would keep you apart, perhaps during the holidays or during travel, whatever it is, this daydream energy is like you guys can't stop thinking about each other. You daydream about each other when you're not around each other. You miss each other, and this to me is one of the most beautiful. One of the most beautiful energies. Like, I actually feel like emotion going through me, which is friendship. Like, this is somebody who's going to be like your best friend, and I feel like the reason I'm feeling this emotion come through me is because I feel like for a lot of you, love in this day and age feels very superficial. It's almost like romance is no longer associated with true connection and partnership. It's almost like romance is just it's almost like a superficial cover up for a reason just to have a sexual relationship, right? It's like you might go out and eat with this person, you go to dinner, you get drinks, and you might go, listen to a live band, or you might do something, right? Whatever that thing is, but it's very superficial. It's not like, kind of like the old days maybe, or even when, I'm not that old, but, I'm 42, but even when I was growing up, if you had a crush on somebody and you wanted to date them, you actually got to know them first. Like it was more rare than not, when I was growing up, for things to go from 0 to 100. It was. I'm not saying it didn't happen. Of course it was happening, but it was just more rare. People didn't just. They weren't out just looking for sex. They weren't out just looking for quick flings and quick hookups. And we didn't have all this social media, where the grass is greener and we can just. If I don't like you, I'll just go to the next person. I'll swipe to the next person. It's like there's always all these other options out there. You only had access to who was available to you. And even internet dating wasn't introduced, I think, until like the mid 90s, when the internet really was barely even born yet, back in dial-up modems and things like that, so, and even back then, I think it was like there were just forums and stuff. Like, you didn't have dating profiles and all this. You didn't have dating sites. You may meet somebody in a chat room, or you get on a forum, and maybe you start talking, and and you took a risk. Like, you would have to send a picture of yourself through the mail, like the snail mail. And do pen pal stuff sometimes to kind of get to know each other, So it's just a very different time. And I feel like this friendship energy is something that's kind of beautiful here, because it's like, this is somebody who's like, you really, really feel like this person is not just my lover. Like, this person is actually my best friend, And so I feel like that's kind of a lost art in our society, is we've lost that. We've lost touch with that level of connection. And it's sad because there's so many relationships that happen so quickly, but you can tell it's like we're void of human connection. We're void of the friendship, actually bonding with each other for reasons more than just financial security or sex or things like that, right? So anyways, enough about that. So we have the Five of Swords here. I'm gonna have to look at that there. That can be a self-sabotaging energy. That can be a bully, aggression, somebody who's very malicious. It's a very aggressive, abusive, egocentric, selfish energy. I saw somebody who can be very just malicious, right? Like they intend to do harm, or somebody who just is can be very violent or abusive, or it's just somebody who allows themselves to get too stuck in their head, which we see here with the Eight of Swords next to it. So now I knew that this reading wasn't going to be unicorns, fairies, and rainbows. That's just not real life. So there's always a silver lining, right? There's always something here. So we got a lot of swords coming out. Let me grab the one that fell on the floor. Okay, I think I know what this is saying here. Let me get two more. So we have the Five of Swords, and again, I'll show you guys the cards. We have the Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, but then we go to the Star. And the Star is Aquarius energy, for those who like to know. So maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. You don't have to be, but maybe you could be. Then we have the King of Swords. This could be you, because again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, this is your reading, Libra. So this definitely could be you. Male or female doesn't matter. But it's still more swords energy. Let me set this aside real quick. Get one more in a bottom card here. I feel like I see what's going on here. Yeah. So then the next card after the King of Swords is the Page of Wands, and we have the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. To the Nine of Cups, to the Knight of Pentacles, to the Four of Wands. Okay, so this is what I'm getting here. So we have the Five of Swords, right? We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Two of Swords. And then we have the Star. Then we have the King of Swords and the Page of Wands. So this is what I get. I feel like you or your person, but I feel like this could be you. It's hard to say because energies it could be you, your person, or maybe even both of you. What I feel with the Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Two of Swords is somebody who has probably been in an abusive relationship in the past. Like you've gone through, you've been through the ringer before. Like relationships have not been very kind to you, right? Maybe you attracted a lot of toxic people in your past. You've been in some, a toxic marriage or just a toxic relationship, whether you were married or not. And if it's not you, maybe it's that person, or maybe both of you have been before. And so I do feel that because of any past toxic relationship or toxicity you've experienced in your past, whatever that trauma is, and if it's not relationship, maybe it's something from your childhood. It could be any type of trauma, really, okay? It doesn't have to be past relationships, although that's what I'm sensing the most. Again, take it as it resonates. There's a tendency here. There's a tendency, because of the Five of Swords is the indicator, or the card that's indicating there's been a trauma. The Eight of Swords is overthinking. It's getting triggered. There's a fear here of repeating the same mistakes. There's a fear that this may, assuming the worst, like you overthink things too often, or something happens, you get triggered and you start to spiral. And so you start wondering, oh, well, is, me and my, everything's looking good right now. We're, everything's peaceful and calm. And then you have you trigger your partner, which happens in any relationship. So there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. There's no such thing as a relationship where there's no triggering that happens. Every relationship, you or your person is going to be triggered. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you know. I don't care how great your relationship is, eventually you're going to have a tiff, you're going to get pissed, you're going to have a fight, you're going to argue, you're going to disagree. All that's it's just part of the game. It's part of being in a relationship. That's reality. Well, you're very sensitive to these moments where you're triggered. Again, you or your person could be, or maybe both of you could be very sensitive to when you get triggered, because it's almost like it jerks you back into the past. Even if in your conscious mind, you're not realizing it. Well, in your subconscious or in your nervous system where that trauma is stored, that's what's causing it. So you're feeling these conflicts like you would experience them in those past relationships or in those past traumatic environments, right? So I feel like that's what the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords is talking about. And there's a little bit of like advice there, of like saying you have to become aware of your patterns and your triggers, because you don't want to get stuck in this Eight of Swords where everything is doom and gloom. Here we go again. I picked the wrong partner. Because your brain, your self-preserving brain that doesn't care whether you're happy, it only cares about your security. Your brain is not here to make you happy. It doesn't care. It could give two craps less whether you're happy. It just wants to keep you safe. And so your brain starts, the little voice in your mind starts telling you, hey, you need to run, or you need to fight back, or you need to get out of this because this person's going to hurt you. This person's just like the last person or the person before that, or just like your ex. You need to get out. It's like, that fight or flight or freeze mechanism starts trying to hijack your brain. And so we have to become aware of that, to make sure that we don't become too closed off in this relationship with this Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is not seeing eye to eye, it's disagreeing, and it's also closing your heart off, right? You see this woman, she's blindfolded. And the blindfold over her eyes essentially means she doesn't know what's real. She doesn't have clarity anymore. And she's blocked her heart. And when you block your heart, you're not connected to your intuition. And so the Star is saying that there's still healing that needs to be done. Like there's a process, there's a need for healing and renewal in order for this relationship, in order for both people to be in a healthy place here. Again, the Star is Aquarius energy, so you could be dealing with Aquarius, or, just going to say that again. But the Star is basically also saying that this person is everything you've ever wished for. You don't have to worry about that. So when you get into Eight of Swords and you start questioning, is this my person? The Star is here to remind you, yes, this is still your person. Yes, this is your true love. This is your true love. But your brain is trying to talk you out of it because you've gone into self-preservation. So you have to be aware that your past traumas with the Five of Swords are not your current traumas with the Eight of Swords. Don't allow your brain to hijack you, so that, because when you land into when the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords team up, what do you get? You get 10 swords, a painful ending. So that's what we want to avoid. We want to avoid this Eight of Swords and these Two of Swords merging together and becoming the 10 of Swords, which means you basically self-sabotage a relationship, or maybe your partner did. Okay, so you guys have the capacity to offer each other healing with the Star energy. And the King of Swords is, it's got several energies. Of course, this represents you, Libra, but it's also, the mind can also be used for what you've learned, the truth, intelligence, right? Just because your brain wants to hijack your nervous system in self-preservation doesn't mean that you can't learn to control it. You can learn, it's almost like the strength card, even though it's not on the table. You can tame the lion, right? You can tame the beast and calm it. You can learn to control yourself and do what you need to do to gain control of your nervous system so it doesn't ruin your relationship. You don't go into self-preservation, right? And so with the Page of Wands, this basically is good. It's an energy of good news, excitement, enjoying yourself, having a good time, right? And so it's saying just enjoy, like stay focused on the positive things. Don't get caught up in negative cycles. Stay focused on the positive things. Enjoy this time in November with each other, and try to stay out of your head and try to stop overthinking things. And if that's doesn't apply to you, then maybe it applies to your partner. Maybe it applies to both of you. Okay. So let's take a look. I'm going to pull some final cards here. The first card that just came out is passion. So yeah, there's a lot of passion in this relationship. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. This is tied to the star energy in terms of, this passionate connection, especially with the chemistry card we have on the table here, and the star energy and the page of wand energy. This is the excitement. This is the enthusiasm. And that will help you heal from any past trauma with the star energy there. Okay. So let's take a look. Now we have religious factors. Now I said this at the beginning of the reading with the spiritual growth in the family. So you may, again, you or your partner may come from a certain type of spiritual or religious background. And, even if you think or feel differently than your partner's family, or they think differently than your family traditions, stay true to yourself. Stay true to your partner. Respect the differences. If that's a big deal, just you need to respect it. Respect each other in those ways, but be careful not to allow your family to influence you, because you feel like you're being the black sheep in the family by, well, this person believes this and I believe that, right? Like, I'll just give you an example. If let's say you or your partner is a traditional Western conservative Christian and your partner is a Muslim, right? That would be kind of a rare dynamic, because in traditional Western conservative Christianity, they tend to think of Muslims as, because of racism, prejudice, and all the other things that are out there, which is very unfortunate. But they tend to think of the Muslim religion as being evil, bad, or that it's related to terrorism and all this stuff, right? And it's completely ridiculous, and it's unfortunate that we're superficial like that. But I'm just giving you an example where, if that were the case, it's like, okay, well, maybe your Christian family isn't so happy about you dating a Muslim, but it has nothing to do with them, and that's your choice. And if your family can't accept that, or they can't be open-minded and loving towards your partner who practices something totally different than they do, then that's not your axe to grind. It's like, you love this person and they love you. That's what matters. So just be careful is what I'm trying to say, in terms of allowing other people outside of your relationship, or family members or friends or whoever, to plant little seeds of negativity in your mind, because, they're not like, they're not one of us. They don't believe like we believe, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Reconciliation. Someone from the past is returning to your life. Now for some of you, this could be a past person. We do have the past life card. I wasn't really, I'm being completely honest with you, I wasn't really getting a past person vibe. It doesn't mean that it can't be. So for some of you, there could be a past person that, wants to come in or reconcile, or this is a reconciliation of a past relationship. For some of you, it could be that. For others of you, there could be just a past person that shows up at some point while you're with this new person. And at the bottom of the deck, we have unrequited love. Okay. Which is basically saying, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So whoever that past person is who wants to come in and reconcile, they're probably not the right person. Like and because you're with your true love now, you're like, yeah, I'm not interested. I've got this new person. I'm good to go with this new person. And I'm not even tempted by this past person anymore. Okay. So take it as it resonates, but Libra, that's what I have for you. If you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you click the like, share, and subscribe button for me, and stay tuned for some more readings coming up. Come join me for a free live tarot reading, and I will see you guys on the next one. And it's always, my friends, love and light.